Hey guys, it's Second Robin, and I'm back with the Legation. Finally, it is partly because I didn't know what to do with this decision. I'm sorry. But I think we're gonna continue with us talking to Elin about the Ommels, because while it could be framed as messing with a different race, I think it's better to get this stuff out in the open. Fingers crossed. I'm not entirely sure. We're gonna find out if this is a terrible decision or not, I guess. So, talk to him. Hi Trey, was there something else you wanted to talk about? So, yes, I was wondering if we could talk about the Ommels. Just wanted to know how you're doing so far. Is everything okay? Yes, things are fine. Why do you ask? Well, I know that having Wasu on board definitely changes the dynamic between everyone, if I could speak. I can handle Wasu. It can be a little exasperating at times, but I'm fine. Thank you for your concern. Did I do or say something that worried you? Not really. I just noticed you two bicker a lot, and I understand you're not a fan of Ommels in general. Well, you know why, so I'm sure you understand it can't be helped. Actually, I don't know why entirely. You've told me that they raid your planet, but could you be more specific? What do they do? We need backstory, Elin. To begin with, they enter our homeworld without permission and then take what they want. They are invaders. But even worse, they're scavengers and have no respect for the sick or dying, not to mention how they desecrate the dead. It's unacceptable. And I'm sure you have other saprophytes on your planet, like mushrooms. We're just gonna drop a science word in there just to confuse me. Yes, there's a wide variety of fungi on Yolwano, but almost feed on the weak, the cowards. They uproot the sick and steal them away in their twisted starships. They also take the fallen, and we've even seen them consuming them, eaters of the dead. I understand why this is upsetting to you, and I'm not trying to minimize any of it through this comparison, but I remember learning about creatures that did this back on old Earth called vultures. Oh, that sounds like an appropriately vile name. What were those vultures like? They look like Ommels? No, not at all. They're birds. Avians? I'm familiar with these creatures and have studied data on many new Terran flying species. Your birds are much like the Nanui. Oh no, we're not more words. Nanuiki? Nanuichi? It sounds like I'm saying Waluigi. I'm gonna call them that. Yes, they're little winged organisms that consume smaller organisms, seeds, and nuts. Tell me more about the old Earth vultures. So vultures are not well liked, but they were a necessary part of the ecosystem. They ate dead animals, and sometimes would fly in circles above something that was about to die, waiting to descend until it did. That is so ominous. What evil creatures? They weren't evil, they were just biologically attracted to death, I guess, but they served a good purpose. What good purpose could they possibly serve? They were eaters of the dead, just like the Ommels. That's actually necessary for a healthy ecosystem. They're nature's garbage collectors. Here's an example. There was this country on old Earth that used a drug on their animals to keep them healthy. But when those animals died and the vultures fed on them, the drug killed the vultures. That sounds like a good thing? No, it had a very bad effect. When the vulture population died off in that area, the carcasses of dead animals sat around longer and became infested with disease and deadly bacteria. Other small animals came to eat the diseased carcasses and became infected, and they spread the diseases to humans. Is this real? I hope it's not. That's horrific. What did the people do? They changed the drugs they were giving to their animals, hoping to restore the vulture population. It slowly came back, and because the vultures were so good at cleaning up the dead, the region became healthy again. There you go, Elin. And the Ommels are behaving as the vultures, but they're desecrating... Do the Ommels harm the Irwani people? Well, we attack them so that they'll leave, so yes, they fight us sometimes. But do they outright try to hunt down Irwani to kill them? I'm sure there's been an occasion where. I think there was at least 1 or 2 cases, but I'm not certain. I don't know myself, I'm just asking. I have no experience in this area and I'm not a biologist, but to me they almost just seem to be performing a role in nature, like the old Earth vultures were. Never considered their actions like that before. Well, there you go. Well, I think this ISU plan is off to a great start. I'm already gaining perspectives from an alien that might help advance my own people. I'm glad you thought it was helpful. We should probably return to the bridge together now. Dayon says we're getting close. Okay, let's go. I think that was productive. I'm very glad I did that. I hope that doesn't come to bite me in the ass. Maybe, hopefully. We'll see in a minute, probably. Called everyone here because we'll be approaching the edge of Crisethi space in a few hours. It's very likely that they will be aggressive. We may have to engage. Oh yeah, of course, the Crisethi are one of the... Oh no. Do you think we should explain a few things to Wasu since he's new here? Like how our command structure works? Let's find a role for him first. Wasu, you're carrying around a lot of knowledge from previous generations, so what do you think you're most comfortable doing? I can do anything exceedingly well. What do you need? I like his little blunt eyebrows. Well, we already have our pilot, science officer, and communications officer, but would you like me to be an engineer on the Concordant? See, when you do stuff like that, people are really gonna wonder if you can read minds. Me, Owasu, the starship engineer. Sounds fun. Maybe I should start familiarizing myself with how the engine works? No. I mean, not right now. We're heading into Crisethi space soon, right? And there's currently nothing wrong with the engine. You should stay up here where we can watch... where you can help us. Elin, I appreciate you trying. I think what Elin is trying to say is that unless we suffer engine damage, we'll need you up here more than anything. All the science words have like messed with my mouth. Need you up here more than anywhere else. If we encounter Crisethi ships, maybe you could use the communications officer's scan results to identify weaknesses in their starship design. You can keep us posted with any damage reports if they do attack us. I can definitely help locate target vulnerabilities and design flaws. This will be fun. And Trey? Yes, so we have all agreed to implement a military structure during times of crisis. If we're in danger, it was decided that I would make the commands and there would be no debate. Once we're out of danger... What? No discussions? What if we totally disagree with you? Look, I'm gonna try and decide what's best for everyone as quickly as I can. I have military experience, and I have more military experience through my ancestors than all of you combined. If anything, I should be the one making the quick decisions. I never got to vote on this. Why did you three get to decide for me? Knew this was gonna happen. Ray already saw us through a potentially dangerous situation when we encountered Omel military on our way to Omel Prime. He's proven himself under pressure as a commander. We're about to enter the territory of a known threat, the Crisethi. This is not the time to try someone new in such a vital role. But I can... Owasu, if we all survive the Crisethi under my command and you still think we need to reconsider, I will step aside and you can lead. What? No, I don't... That is reasonable. They make solid points too. It is better, at least in Crisethi territory, that you not change what is working. I accept this arrangement for now, but I think we should vote again after each new person joins this crew. If we did that, then every time we have an even number of members, we could become equally divided and no conclusion would be reached. I agree, so then we should decide randomly. You mean like draw straws? Eh? How'd it help to artistically depict straws? Thank you, Dayon, for your input. No, that's not. It's just a method of random selection. We could roll dice? Human Trey continues to perplex me. This happens often with him. Whatever he's talking about, we shouldn't leave this up to random selection. Some of us are not right for the position. Are you talking about me, weed? Uh-oh. Hey, Wasu, that's not cool. No, it was not cool. Trey means it was unlikable in his native language. For your information, Wasu, I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about me, okay? What? When I said that some of us aren't right for the job, I mean I'm not. I can't handle being commander. I'm not a leader, and I can't handle the pressure of making quick life and death decisions for everyone. I admit I have a hard time trusting other people to lead, but leading isn't my thing, okay? I just want to help out here doing everything else that I can. I already said Trey could... Why do you have to make everything an argument? We were a good team until you started disrupting everything. Oh dear. They're having a little fight. This is not good. We need him on the bridge as our comm officer. Especially for electronics warfare if we encounter hostile Crisethi. Oh, I'm great at EW. I can do that. Wasu. What? Can you go talk to him nicely and try to apologize? We need to be a team together, and this is really the worst time for us to break down. Oh, alright. It's my fault that the temperamental Irwani is emotionally unstable. I said nicely, Owasu. Yeah, got it. Go think about what you've done. Silly slime. I'm gonna bring us to a stop. We should not get any closer to Crisethi space until this is resolved. I think we could be here for a while. Quite possibly. You think they can work it out? They have to eventually. If they succeed, it would be a huge step for their people and for the ISU. Kinda quiet, I hope they didn't kill each other. I mean, that would be a bit awkward to explain. Oh no! What? Quick, go check on them, but be careful. Iwashi doesn't know about Elin's... Oh shit! His radiation filter's off. Yikes, bro. Why did anyone ever think this interstellar union idea would work? What am I even doing? Daeon is ever the optimist, I love it. Elin, is it safe to come in? Is the radiation filter on or off? Yes, you can come in, the filter's on. What are the stars? Elin, did you do this? The soil spread? Yes, it's quite nice, especially with that water supply system I repurposed. I decided on this instead of hydroponics. It feels more like home. You seemed alarmed when you entered. Is everything okay? Oh yeah, I was worried that Iwasu came in here while your radiation filter was off. I turned it back on before I came in. That gesture alone showed he doesn't want me dead. Of course not. Do you think I tried to... See? This is like I was saying, you're too sensitive. It was a joke, okay? Okay, I can't tell when you're joking. And it's not funny to me either. You owe me an apology. You see what I have to contend with, Trey? What you have to contend with? We were just fine until you showed up and started... Hey, cut it out, both of you. Guess you haven't made any progress talking with each other if you're still bickering in here like this. Actually, that is inaccurate. I've learned a lot about the Irwani people in Elin. Really? Oh, that's the first time I've heard you call me by my name. Okay, that's progress. That is progress, let's go. Iwasu, what have you learned? He's really sensitive and unsure of himself. I am not. You don't know me. See what I mean? Seriously, you two. This is not... Just because I object to your statement doesn't make it true. You're just proving everything I said the more you talk. Stop it. Shut up, guys. Jesus Christ. Ugh. They're like children. Yeah, you look sad. No more interrupting. We all need to show each other respect around here. The way we've currently set things up is for all of us to have a voice, but if you two can't get along, I might have to impose our emergency military structure all the time, not just in emergencies. You're telling us we must follow your rules, or you will impose dictatorship upon us to make us follow your rules? That doesn't seem fair at all. We should be free to argue if we feel like it. The military design was for emergency, life or death situations on the starship. I agree with Elin, and I officially oppose the dictatorship of human Trey Donovan. Well now, isn't that interesting? You're both finally agreeing on something. Hey, sneaky. I'm fine if you two disagree about things and argue once in a while, but when it jeopardizes our purpose out here, it's got to stop, okay? You two will have to work together without wasting time arguing back and forth. Perhaps arguing is just the way that Elin and I communicate. I do not feel hostility towards him. I don't feel hostile towards you either. If that's true, then let's try to tone the banter down a little, at least while we're all on the bridge together, okay? So we can banter when it's just the two of us? If you're both okay with it, then yeah, I guess. Elin, you're okay with this arrangement? I am. Okay, good, then that's settled. I'm gonna need you both on the bridge soon. We're approaching Chrysethi space, and the four of us need to work together like a well-oiled machine. Oiled? Moving parts. Friction. Ah, makes sense. So what oil will we be using? No, it's just another human expression. He means we need to be in top functioning condition. Strange, why not just say that? Do all the humans use such inefficient and confusing comparisons when they speak? I believe it's an experience with the humans. This one uses them a lot. Guys, I'm still here, you know. Yes, we are aware of your proximity, Trey. Elin, why was this not covered in the Universal Language Codex? The ULC contains information that is not specific to one race, so it makes sense that a data archive of human colloquialisms was omitted. I almost got through that sentence. I suppose that is true. Maybe we should document the colloquialisms ourselves, so the rest of the universe won't be so confused by the human inability to speak with optimal clarity? Excellent idea. We should begin our data archive with well-oiled machine and proceed from there. Yes, I concur. Let us not also forget to explore the meaning of cut it out, which he said earlier. Oh yes, I commend you on your memory. I'd almost forgotten. I'm so glad they're getting on now. You know, I think I liked it better when you two weren't getting along. Amazing. And we finally get into Crisethi's base. Everyone ready to head towards Crisethi's base? You still need to figure out your roles here on the bridge. Trey should double on tactical in another role. Okay, so just as a briefing for everything, if we end up in a battle, we'll have to make fast choices. As Dayon mentioned, I have experience with starship gunnery, so I'll handle tactical and fire whatever weapons are available, depending on how Dayon positions our starship in relation to the enemy. The science officer will perform sensor scans and be our eyes, providing tactical advantages to the pilot by considering the movements of all starships around a 360-degree X, Y, and Z axis. The communications officer will use electronics warfare and disrupt the enemy's tracking systems, making it harder for them to target us with their weapons. The engineer will analyze the structural vulnerabilities of an enemy, bringing up targeting options that will help me on tactical, so I can attack specific starship systems instead of just firing on their hull. That's a lot of words, man. I'm glad you guys also know what is happening, because my brain is falling out my ears. I'm specialized in cyber tech, so I can be the comm officer. Or I would also be comfortable as science officer and can assist with navigation. I'm an expert at everything, though I think science officer is boring, so I prefer either engineering or comm officer. In addition to my role as tactical officer, I prefer to assist with science officer. I'll conduct sensor scans to help Dayon see everything around us and give him a tactical advantage while piloting. That means I can be the engineer. I'm an expert at that. With my specialized training in cyber tech, communications officer is the perfect role for me. I will conduct electronics warfare against our targets. Glad we got that worked out. So Dayon, how long until we officially enter Crisethi space? Difficult to say for certain, but approximately 2 hours or less. Why can't we be certain, Dayon? We've not been able to communicate with the Crisethi to confirm exactly where they consider their borders to be. This is one of the reasons it's beneficial for them to join the ISU. So, why? How do their borders relate to the ISU? It is obvious that the Crisethi and Chiractus are in dispute over where their borders are, considering their frequent battles. If the ISU could define borders for both of them, they would not need to fight. Don't you think that's assuming too much? That is somewhat idealistic. I don't think anyone wants to be told where their borders are, especially if space is given up to the other side. Yeah, I agree with that. It's been an issue many times before in human history. You have a better suggestion then? What other incentives should the Crisethi be offered? That's difficult to say without knowing how they think. Let's suppose the Chiractus are just guarding their territory and the Crisethi are expansionists, imperialists. If that's the case, then you're right, the Chiractus will be happy to have borders defined. The Crisethi will have to back off. However, the Crisethi won't like it, because it goes against their agenda. If they want to expand their territory, then ISU borders will restrict that. What can we offer them instead? We need to know what they want to know the answer to that. They could want a number of things, and some of those things might not be within the power of the ISU to give. Also, some of what they might want, some of what they want might not be something anyone would want them to have. Like the destruction of someone they considered an enemy. What if they hate the Chiractus and just want to destroy them completely? That's unfortunately a possibility. They might want that. Consider first what most societies need, more than what they want. They often cannot attain what they want until their needs are first met. Maybe they need food. Or they want to become more advanced technologically. I'm willing to bet that they want a robust economy. If their economy is good, the things you both mentioned are natural outcomes. So trade would incentivize them, most likely. It's a good starting place for negotiations. What if they want better weapons? Again, I think that comes back to a strong economy. They can research and produce better weapons with a strong economy. If the Crisethi asks the ISU for better weapons, it's better that the ISU leave it up to them instead of getting involved with their military. How they can use their wealth is the Crisethi's choice. But if they choose to use their money to produce weapons, isn't the ISU to blame for helping them get those weapons? By boosting their economy? No, I agree with Trey. It is the Crisethi's choice. If they want to make weapons with their money, then they should spend their wealth the way they want to. What if they turn those weapons against the Olmos, though? Hypothetically, of course. Then we would blast them back to their homeworld without any chance of ever leaving it again. Well, the ISU would step in if we were all under a treaty. It's fair that the Crisethi could build weapons to protect themselves. But if they became abusive and attacked outside their borders... Wait, how does that work? To me it sounds like the ISU, at this moment, is just us, am I right? You're not incorrect. We're the only representatives at the moment. It's all nice and idealistic to speak with grandeur and force, but our words are just that, words. How is the ISU going to enforce any of its laws or agreements? Well, there's the kicker. I don't know if this is the plan, but I was always assuming that at some point, the ISU would have to establish some kind of police or military to make sure the laws were enforced. It's true that without enforcement, laws are useless. Nobody will follow them. Exactly. Some people might object to enforcement, saying their freedoms are being violated, but if there's no enforcement, there is no law, and without law, a new law takes over, a rule by the strong over the weak. Only the powerful will have freedom while the rest are subjected to them. I don't like the idea of the ISU becoming a big military force to make everyone follow their laws. That's not what Trey is saying. It just means that if the ISU is going to be effective at all, some kind of enforcement is needed, but... Dun dun dun! What was that? Shields up, stations now. Okay, shields are up. What's hitting us? Scan the area. 2 starships attacked us. One port side, another astern. 9 and 6 o'clock. Are they Cressetti? Why didn't our sensors detect them before? They're definitely Cressetti. They always open with surprise attacks. They use some kind of stealth technology. It's impossible to detect them. That sounds like a problem. Be gentle with me, please. How should we proceed, Trey? The particle cannons and missile launchers are omnidirectional, but we only have 4 phase missiles. Oh my god, I don't know. Oh dear. This is like the first actual fight I've been in. I don't know what to do. We don't want to fight them, but the lady before said something about a show of force. So I don't know. I'm pretty sure we can't run away because they're Cressetti. But I don't really want to just outright attack them personally. I don't know. Hang on, we're saving. Saving. We're gonna have a cheeky save just in case. I guess we communicate? Or as a first, maybe? We need to establish communications with them and tell them we only have peaceful intentions. They just attacked us. Yes, but those were probably just warning shots to get our attention. Ealing, can you open a channel? Channel is ready. This is Trey Donovan, commander of the Starship Concordant. We're on a peaceful mission and mean you no harm. Please. Nope, they don't care. Our armor is at 63%. You thought they were warning shots, Trey. I don't think they want to talk. Alright, I guess we're attacking them then. Prepare to attack. Sorry, I can jam the weapons on one of the starships. Good, Elin, do that. Their ships only have forward-facing weapons. If we stay behind one of them, it can't attack us. I can try to keep us behind one of them if you help with positional information. There we go. I have no idea what any of this is. What's tactical advantage? I don't know. What did that mean? Calculate a flight path to put us behind one. Thanks, I've received your FP data. We're now acquiring chasing orientation. Jam the weapons on the one behind us. Good. Call the one we're chasing target 1 and the one chasing us target 2. Okay, I've located vulnerabilities in target 1. I don't want to blow them up. Oh my god. I was not expecting this. I could take out their shield to make a point, or I could take out their engine so they can't go anywhere? I don't know. I guess shield? You destroyed a shield generator. Cannon attacks will now do full damage. Tactical advantage. Armor's at 38%. Okay. Okay, we're acquiring chasing orientation. Okay, 2 vulnerabilities this time. Weapons. Take out their bloody weapons. Jesus. Wait for it. Yeah. These weapons are damaged to 50%. I'm probably gonna die before I do this because I haven't gone fast enough. Going behind one again. Okay. Vulnerability. Weapons. I don't want you to be able to fire at me. Go away. I'm making a point without hurting anybody, hopefully. Both his weapons are destroyed. Target 1 is no longer a threat to us, so focus on Target 2. Target 2 is also no threat to us because I'm jamming his weapon systems. He hasn't been able to counter my hack. But we should blow him up while we can. Oh, I see, he's defenseless. Maybe he'll be willing to communicate now. Okay. Hello? Trey, there's an incoming hail from one of the starships. Put it through. Okay, holo on now. Oh, hey! You're like lizard people. Interesting starship you have. I'd like to call a temporary ceasefire. I would do the voice, but I'm not going to keep it up. You're clearly outmatched, so I've never seen missiles like yours that pass right through shields. The Cressetti stealth technology is still superior. We could defeat you if you feel like it. What is it you want, and what will you offer me to get it? I mean, I have persuasion as a skill, so I might as well use it, right? What we want is to establish peace and increase trade between all the races. We'd like to offer your leaders a chance for the Cressetti to join the Interstellar Union. Trade? Explain. Okay, so if the Cressetti join the Interstellar Union, we call it the ISU, then your people could trade with other members of the ISU. What are the members? Currently the humans, the Realm, the Irwani, and the Omul have joined. Huh? Trey, sir, he disconnected. Why? Did I take things too far? What's his weapon status? Weapons are still down. Can't be sure why he disconnected. Maybe he's thinking about it. What would you like me to do? Send him a hail. Okay, sending. Why did you end communication? I didn't. I thought you did. You damaged my communication system. I have a bad... What, again? It could be my fault. While I was hacking his weapon system, I also tried to make sure he couldn't make any calls for help. Well, nice job on that, but his comm signal was good up until now, so what happened? I'm running a diagnostic on his system. Don't worry, he won't see it. It looks like it malfunctioned when he tried to use a long-range radiant signal. He was trying to contact someone. That doesn't sound good. What if he's been stalling us while calling for reinforcements? That is possible. Or he could be contacting his leaders to ask if they would see us. Should I try to restore full function to his comms? I may have done permanent damage to his system, though. Bad signal. Follow me, I'll take you to... Take us to what? I would assume he meant he would take us to their leaders. If he meant to take us somewhere hostile, he would not tell us where we're going. Unless he's trying to seem like that. It's pretty convenient the signal cut off right before he said anything. I don't know what to do. I hate all the decisions. I'm so indecisive. I think that's a good time to leave it there though, so if anyone wants to input on my decision before I take it, feel free. You now can do that. But that'll be it for me. So I hope you're enjoying this series. I'm very much enjoying the game. There's a link always in the description to get the game yourself on Steam. And I really hope you enjoy the rest of your day. So thank you.